Hi, BP. Hello, stars and readers. Hi, stars. Hi, Diabra. Hi, lesbian. Hi, Shawnee. I definitely didn't say hi to you earlier in a different place. Hi, Blib. Good to see you. I'm not feeling 100% today. I won't lie to you guys. It's either allergies or my brother brought something home. I'm not sure which, but I don't know how long I'll stream today. Which I feel like I've been saying a lot lately, but I know y'all will understand. So, thank you, Shawnee. Brain, where did you go? We have 2 more prompts from the tipathon to do. Ravioli sounds good. And then hopefully we can work on this a little bit too. I did sketch out, well, this is more than sketch, but you know what I mean. I did prepare 2 pieces for the color of the month. This is one for, hi Tomato. This is one for the bug collection stickers that I'm working on. And then we have I still have the thing taped on here because I did the lines digitally and then transferred it. So you can kind of see it there a little bit. But I just left this on so that Con wouldn't brush all of the graphite off of it. But yeah, we also have an eggplant to do. I don't know that I'm going to get those done on stream because I leave soon. So we might just have Monday and Wednesday. I'll see how I'm feeling for Friday. Yeah.
Show me your hands!
You're welcome, Shawnee. I'm glad that you like the pickle. Okay, hi, Dwight.
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
Hand and wrist wedgies. And razors.
Does it feel good?
Huh?
Oh yeah, I made that. Cap, so Sleepy's birthday was yesterday, if you guys didn't know. And Sleepy did stuff for from Thursday into yesterday. And at one point Cap and I were chatting off stream. There were, to full disclosure, and Sleepy knows this already, there were too many people in the voice chat and it felt like my brain was on fire, so I had to leave. I do not do well with a lot of voices all at once, or a lot of sounds all at once, or sounds in general. You know how it goes. But Cap and I were talking about how proud of Sleepy we were, and Cap said something specifically, and I was like, you should tell Sleepy that, directly to their face, because that will make them really happy. And so Cap, popped into the voice chat for a second to, attack Sleepy with a kind phrase. So Cap just popped in and interrupted a conversation and went, Sleepy, I'm really proud of you. And before Cap could continue, Sleepy made that sound, and I was like, that sounds like the peanut butter baby. I should put that in there. Okay, hand and wrist stretchies accomplished. I did a hydrate. I'm doing a regular stretchy now. But yeah, I made myself laugh a lot while I was making that, so you're welcome. I know I sent Tomato the full file so that you guys can use it on Sleepy's or on yours if you want to. Tomato, you should both feel free to use that if you want to. But yeah, I just did that real quick. I say real quick, I spent longer on it than maybe I should have, but it's funny, so, you know. Brain. Hi, BP! I did say hi to you, but maybe you were stepped away or something. Something nice about myself is the next one. I will actually say that I'm really pleased with how the art fight attack I'm doing right now is coming out. And I can show you guys this one because none of it is people that we actually know. I'm not going to say lost exactly, but I took a jaunt into a bunch of Pokemon OC tags on Artfight, and this is trimmed down, I'm going to tell you. So this is a mass attack that I'm working on, and there's 10 characters in it. This is trimmed down from, as I told Tomato, 17. So I have here's one compliment, displayed great foresight in not trying to make myself draw 17 characters in one piece of art. So already I'm showing great restraint. But also I'm just really pleased with how this is turning out. It's so cute so far. So this one is fully colored. I'm working on this little guy. But I picked up a bunch of Pokemon OCs that are like based on sweets. And the reason that I got onto this train of thought in the first place was this little Swirlix here, because I looked in the Funfetti tag, because my possum is Funfetti, right? So I was like, oh, who else does Funfetti? It would be fun to, attack other Funfetti people. And I saw this little Swirlix OC who is Funfetti and has his glasses taped on, which I think is beautiful and fun. And I was like, well, in like the Pokemon card art, you often will have like a Swirlix or one of the flying Pokemon, or any other Pokemon really. You'll have a main Pokemon and then you'll have some other Pokemon in the background. I was like, oh, well, so I could look up, other kinds of Pokemon that might be there or like around related. And, oh yeah, we have a new emote too. We have a gremlin emote now. It is animated. Rainbow made that for me. But yeah, and then I just got lost down this. I took a lovely little jaunt. But I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. Like, it's obviously a lot of characters, so getting like the balance of the image correct and all that kind of stuff is a lot of work, and I like it. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's a lot. I'm very pleased at how I drew these because they're all really cute in different ways. So like, you can't really see yet because I haven't. Actually, let me remove the background for a second, and then that will. Doxing my layers. Don't judge me. This will make it easier for you to see. But this little one down here is like a lemon blueberry, Fido and Alchemy mashup. And I made it so that she's a little too short and can't quite see over the table, which is why she's lifting herself up like that, and I think it's really cute. I also, I tried to draw British scones here, and I was going to bug Matto about it and be like, Matto, judge my scones, but then I decided that was too annoying. But we've got a lot, so there's a little Poltergeist Skitty combo. And then there's a little, like, Eclair Vulpix in the Sinisty Cup. And we've got a little Ice Cream Sundae Appleton in here. And there's this one that's a Rabombi and Teddy Ursa mashup who makes their own honey, which is really cute. And then there's, like, a vanillish Fido kind of combo, which also very cute. Here's the Swirlix that started it all. And we have like a birthday cake Alchemy in here, which is fun. And then the one that's colored already is a Gudra and Mega Evolved Ampharos combo that is also made with sweets. So like this is whipped cream and you've got strawberries and then it drips chocolate instead of goo. And then this one wasn't specific, but I think that it's just like the description wasn't super specific about what exactly, but I think it's a gingerbread Fido kind of deal with cute little ribbons. I thought she was cute. And everybody look at how much work I put into this fruit tart. Because there was a lot and I haven't even colored it yet. Yeah. So, trucking along with that. I also made a little honey thing that has a little comby on it. Thank you, Sleepy. And we have little sandwiches over here. It's just some little, tea food kind of stuff. These are going to be marmalade and maybe like raspberry. I'll see when I get there what I think the colors need. Because this is like a lot of different colors. So we'll see how I can like tie it all together.
Does it feel good?
Huh?
But yeah, I'm very pleased with how that's coming out, and I'm just generally pleased with it. So yeah, that's a compliment to myself. Did I have anything anything else to say? I don't know that I did. Okay, I think I've done everything that was owed to people at this point. There are 2 prompts left from the tipathon. One is Gorgeous Bat from Jen, which we're turning into an art fight attack because I can't stop myself. And 2 is the Bun Dead, which is for Grim. Which, yeah, I don't know that I really need to say anything other than that. I also think, have I erased the lines off of this? I think I did already. We can also work on this. The what's the butterfly name? Purple Agarius Emperor Butterfly, something like that. I have it written down somewhere. But yeah, hopefully work on that too. Also, as you might be able to tell, I'm not really awake. My brain just did not come online today, which is fair. Because I really have not been sleeping well and I don't feel good, so you know. But Gorgeous Bat, we're gonna do a little bit big. Not this big, but I'm gonna trim this down a little bit. But oh, I also didn't. I'm realizing I did not save references for that. I don't think. But that's okay. We're gonna do Kuro because that's one of Rainbow's original characters on Art Fight. And I did ask permission for this idea just to make sure because it was kind of on the line. But I'm gonna do Kuro doing like a fan dance, like the burlesque kind of thing. So everything's gonna be covered, but it's going to be implied nudity. And I did ask permission from both Rainbow and Kuro. And Kuro immediately was like, yes, do that. And Rainbow was like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure because it is more sexual than Rainbow tends to do her characters. So. But yeah, so we have that, and then we have the Bun Dead. The Bun Dead won't be as difficult, question mark. It's not really the right word, but I have drawn buns before, you know. I do think
you're doing amazing, sweetie.
Thank you. I think I want that one to be like this big. Like that. Involved. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I also, this is like really weird. Well, so Rainbow has her little Meep universe, and both of her, like any mod that she has, and she has 2 right now, get to be their own animal in universe. And so the in universe Kuro bat is Rainbow's OC. So Kuro asked to be a bat when Rainbow offered for her to be her own animal, and then Rainbow built a character around that. So it's not exactly Blurbo from her head, but it's Blurbo in her universe. You know? I would love that, Shani. Yeah, anybody is welcome to send me a voice clip for that, and I will put it in the mix. But it was really weird. So I was looking up references for fan dance, which is already an issue because, like, just fan dance does not get you what you want. But I could not find a single reference image of somebody fat doing a fan dance. It's all skinny bitches, which, like, good for you. But also, like, burlesque is, like, chubby girl heaven. Why is there not an image of a chubby girl doing fan dance? What? It was so weird to me. So we're gonna have to plump these girlies out. I also want to bring up art fights so they can look at Kuro. I do love, like, this is my first year doing art fight, but I do think that it's really funny how closely match everybody is this time around. Because, like, we've been, sorry, my brain doesn't work. There we go. I see that, Toast. Give me just a second. What was I saying? Oh, the, like, percentage has been really close the entire time, and we're regularly at just, like, 50-50. And I think that's very amusing. And hi, Toast. Oh, I told some people this, but I didn't tell everybody this. If you follow me on Tumblr, you saw the Tumblr post, but there's a cat rescue on Artfight that posts photos of their cats, like the cats that are up for adoption, and you can draw the cats, which I thought was a really cool idea. And if I, like, had actual time, I might do that, but I am running out of time. I think I'm probably finishing my Pokemon one and then doing the ones that I have planned for Rainbow, and then I'll be done because I've done a lot already. Okay, Toast, left or right? But I got my little, it's not really an award, but the little medal for 10 attacks. And it being my first year, I'm kind of pleased with that, especially considering how hardcore I am with my attacks. Hi, Rainbow! Okay, so there are 3 questions on each of these, and I will read all of the questions, and we can answer some of them, or we can answer one of them, or you can answer none of them. Whatever. Some of these get, like, really hard, but it looks like maybe this one is a little easier, like less invasive, I guess is the word I want. Okay, first one is, what is the most intelligent animal? Second is, are you a picky eater? And third, would you rather lose all your memories from the past or lose the ability to form new memories? Which is a little bit of a hard-hitting one. I feel like we got two softballs, and then the pitcher actually, like, decided to try. Okay. The first one was, what is the most intelligent animal? Yeah, it is. Or, I forget what that other movie is, but it's another, like, rom-com based, well, not com, a romance movie based on a true story where a woman lost all of her memories and she couldn't remember who her husband was, and so they had to, like, work to fall back in love with each other, basically. I don't remember what that was called, though. I don't know that any of us eat as many greens as we should, Toast, honestly. I have gotten better at that as I've gotten older, but it still is, you know, a struggle, I guess. Especially because I don't like kale. I hate kale. It takes too much work to eat. Okay, I did save that to my phone. Beautiful. Yeah, that's totally fair, Toast. You're stronger than I, Tomato. I could not. Celery is crunchy water, which I think is good sometimes. And, like, honestly, so is iceberg lettuce. But I don't mind my water having a texture, I guess. I'm also an ice eater. So. Okay. Well, that's fair. Because, like, pickles have been vastly altered It's like saying you don't like zombies, but you like people. Like, that's fair. I like raisins by themselves. They should not go into baked goods. That's my opinion on raisins in general. Okay. Me trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. The answer is nobody knows. So, do I want that pose? I saved another one today, I think. Or maybe it didn't save. Alright. Sure, why not? Ooh, yeah, the yogurt dipped ones are really good. So we went in here. Probably going farther out than that, honestly. I have a little ham right here. Yeah, go for it, Toast. Yeah, I do like the golden raisins better than like the regular ones, but I also like green grapes better than I like red ones. So, and then the other fan goes back here, like a little peacock tail, and I think that's like way bigger, but also it's my art and I make the rules, so whatever. Then we have Bodhi and oh, that sucks. Yeah. I haven't been to a Golden Corral actually. Like, we have or had one up here. I don't know that we still do. It might have gone under, I don't know. But I can imagine that, like, those are a nightmare to clean. And, like, keep clean, especially at, like, a buffet kind of situation. And crisscrossing is the opposite way to the reference image, but we're just going to go with that.
This is a self-care checkpoint. Do you need to take meds? Get some water? Some food? Take a break or a stretch? Please do so now. Thank you.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I've never been good at like buffet situations just because like I don't know. I don't eat enough to make it worth it, I think. Which is why I also straight up warned Sleepy because we're definitely doing hot pot when I'm there because I haven't done hot pot before. And Sleepy has told me in the past that they will starve themselves for like the whole day so that they can maximize their eating potential for the dollar. And I was like, I'm not doing that, just so you know. Like, prepare yourself for me not doing that, because it's not going to happen. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I eat the amount that I eat and then I'm done. And if my body decides that isn't enough or is too much, then it can deal with it. Like, yeah, so this arm would be kind of like that, I think. We aren't really going to see the arm in the background, but I am going to leave some like Because even in the reference image between the fans, you can see a little bit of something. Which I think will be fun, and I think will look better. This is a little rude, but I think it will look better than the reference image on somebody who has more curves, I guess is the way to put that. Yeah, same tomato. Big same. Like, if I have not eaten, it's because I forgot that I exist. Or I wasn't able to make myself because my depression was so bad. Those are like the options. I do think I need to change the head a little bit. My other arm would be behind here, holding behind the back for the fan. I don't need to worry about that so much. I have also made this a little too long torso, I think. I need to move the leg up a little bit. Then we can have like a bit of a belly here and a little belly button. Yeah, I don't do weight loss anymore. Like, the only time I ever get weighed is at the doctor's office, which I don't like doing, if I'm being honest. I think it should be illegal for them to make me face the number on the scale. I think that's not fair. Okay, the next issue here is feet. Because, what the fuck are feet? Feet and hands, like, why? Why do our bodies act like that? I think knee would be right there. I also have a problem where, because I am fat, I draw people the same kind of fat I am a lot. Which means I give them really skinny ankles, because I have skinny ankles. BP! Yeah, hooks would be fun. I also would kind of like a prehensile tail, if I'm being honest. I keep looking at the wrong reference image. Let's play how many reference images can I have up. So far we're at 3. Which is fine. The person in this reference is wearing heels, which I think is good for this situation, but the change for this is, that's where I'm getting confused. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I don't know how to do this, but that's okay. Hi, Tens. Yeah. I think I should be allowed to live in a tree, actually, and have a prehensile tail. And eat so many fruits. Maybe I could be one of those little, sorry, feet. One of those, like, little Instagram monkeys that's, like, so fat it can't move properly. I think that would be good for me. Generally speaking, just like as a little treat, you know. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. And I did draw a foot. It doesn't look right, but I did draw a foot. I mean, it's fine, but hell yeah. Hi, Joe Guy. How you doing? Good to see ya. I think I'm making too small, but also I'm pretty sure Kuro is a small-footed person because she's just kind of a small person in general. She's short. Hi, Doodle. Hi, Amma. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Cap said he'd watch it with me, and we haven't gotten to it yet. I think that's fine. I think I need to stop freaking out about it. Nobody is expecting this to be the best thing I've ever made, and it's fine. I can calm down. I say as if I'm going to calm down. I think we all know that that is not my forte. Oh no, I'm sorry, Stars. I hope it's just you anyway. We're good, right, guys? I get worried. You're gonna make like crazy ridiculous wings because, well, winged eyeliner. You won't really get to see Kuro's wings in this. But I think because of the way I have this hand here, we might see like a little bit right here. Kind of like that. Which, like, you might say, Katie, wouldn't she be doing a wing dance with her own wings? And the answer is yes, and I think that would look really good, but that's too much work for me right now. I'm so sleepy. Okay, because I kind of want to mix, like, vague anthro, but also, like, get some of the, like, more charming aspects of the way that Rainbow draws. I want to kind of marry the two, even if it looks a little weird. But I think I did a good job of that on the art attack that I did for Doodle, of doing, like, partially very people and partially, like, stylized, you know? I'm gonna have her doing, like, lidded eye, I think. Seductive lidded eye. I guess I could also make her winking. Yeah, get some rest, Stars. Have a good night. I will talk to you tomorrow, probably. No nose is going to trip me up, but such is the way. Because none of Rainbow's folks have noses, and they only have fingers if it's for the bit. But it does mean that I have more space to make Kuro's lips really big, which I think is the correct choice. Maybe I actually want, like, her little hair curl going over one of her eyes. Maybe that will be good. Because she does have, like, a curl. Maybe if I do something like that. And we need ears. Yeah, Stars had a really shitty day, like impressively shitty. Okay. I guess I should add the fluff. Which means I don't have to think about how the neck works, which I love. Great design, Rainbow. Thanks for that. Yeah, Stars just had like a bunch of shit go wrong all at once, which like I feel like that's been a lot of our lives lately. It's like a lot of things are going impressively wrong. Oh, that's me. I was like, what the hell is that noise? It's my leg hitting something. Okay. We're gonna try to make fingers, and we'll see how that goes. I have, so far, you know what, I will give myself another compliment. I have only asked Kat for anatomy help once during art fight. Which, like, that's not my forte at all, so I'm very pleased with myself for doing, like, well enough on that I didn't feel like I needed to ask for help. Also kind of proud of myself for actually asking for help, because that's a whole thing. Okay, those fingers don't look horrid. I might finish this fan and then ink that and then sketch the back fan. I think I've made this one a little weird in here. She's fine. That's fixable. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, how's Deltarune? I haven't played like any of that stuff, if I'm being honest, but it is intriguing. I know you were excited to get it, which is part of why I asked. Who made feathers and why? Like, I know, but also... Bro, what the hell? I guess I should really be blaming whoever decided to put them on a fan.
Does it feel good?
Huh?
I just made it this weekend. I think I made it on Friday. I forget when it was that Sleepy made that noise. Maybe it was Saturday? No, it would have been Friday. It would have been Friday. Me suddenly putting my days together. Okay. I think instead of doing... I think I'll do a little bit of like the floof on the edges, but I think I'm gonna make these kind of more cartoony shaped feathers just because like it's easier. It won't make my brain explode quite as much, I hope. We'll find out. Not that you can even like see any of my lines because I'm making so many lines. That's fine. That is one of the things that I like about doing digital art, though. Is that you actually, like, can make multiple line layers. I think just doing like that would be good. I think my next step is to ink the fan and the hand, and then erase and figure out what body pieces we can see through. Just because there's many layers to this, so. Ooh, organizing magic cards, that sounds great. I also have been smearing graphite all over this, which is fine. It doesn't matter. I did make these hands a little claw-esque because, like, Curl a bat. She gets to have claws. I mean, she also has nails that could kill you, so. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's so many. Good luck. You ever make a bunch of pencil lines and then immediately disregard them when you start inking and know that you're going to do something that you don't like, but you just keep going anyway? Me neither. Right. It's so real. Like, sometimes art is just you going, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure it out. And you're like, I think I've figured it out. And then you just ignore everything that you figured out. And you're like, actually, this version of me right now knows best. Yes, Rainbow. Constantly. Oh, also Rainbow, you should put the gremlin up as an attack. Because it counts. I do like, one of the things that I do actually like about Mac is that it does have a like search this folder or search your entire freaking laptop option. Which I find very helpful because it's like, okay, where did you save that? Because I don't know what you're talking about. It should be in here, but it clearly isn't. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I paid you for a commission for my tipathon. I don't remember paying you for anything else. Oh yeah, you could, Tomato. Okay. Who are lines? We don't know her. That's that one. 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 Okay. Let me do this one. And we shove another one in here just for kicks and giggles because otherwise we're showing way more than we should be showing. Well, I don't think Kuro would care if I showed that much, but I care. Because the point is to leave a little bit to the imagination. Yeah, just do whatever. Like, I don't know. I will say this and somebody will probably argue with me, and that's fine. I don't think I have a very cohesive style. And I don't think that I've shown a cohesive style for Art Fight, because I just kind of do whatever. I'm just like, I like this, so we will do it this way. And I play around a lot. So, I was like, what's the point of doing art if you aren't having some sort of fun? You know? Like, I do tend to go for pretty intense saturation, and I do tend to do pretty high contrast and stuff like that, but that, like, a specific, like, style specifically, I don't think I really do that, because I just want to do whatever. Because, like, even if you just look at, like, my Art Fight attacks, they're all over the board, and I say that affectionately. I'm just like, this is what sparks joy right now, so that's what we're doing. I don't care if it doesn't match anything else. Yeah, that's fair, Rainbow. I feel like because of your branding too, like the meep sheep, I feel like that adds to it, you know? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like it kind of evolves over time too, especially if you do like the same character a lot or characters. But that isn't kind of how I do things, so maybe I will like get more of a style now that I have my possum. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, that's fair, Tomato. I mean, if the point of you doing that originally was because you didn't want to pressure yourself into doing something else, like going too far with it, but now you want to play around, then I think that being true to you wanting to play is valid for the same reason. Okay. I want to do like a little this right there. And I think I should make this black and purple, probably, just because I feel like that fits the vibes. I'm mostly just filling these in with black so that I can actually tell what is the actual thing and what is this negative space. But also purple and black just fits the vibe, so might as well go for it. Yeah, follow the dopamine. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the ink for the bits that are out here, like out from behind the fan. I do like the shape of this lake better, so I'm gonna put this one in front. Yeah, I agree with you, Tomato, for sure. Because, like, I feel like a lot of people think that they need to have a style to do art. Like, you need to figure out what your style is, or you'll never get an Instagram following kind of a thing. But, like, you can also just do whatever for the rest of forever and have fun, you know? I haven't fully figured out the whole head situation here yet. That arm also doesn't really make sense. Don't worry about it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And like, I think also, like, I didn't do quote unquote proper art school. Like, I did an art minor at my college that was not very art focused. But I do think that a lot of art school is very focused on one specific style, which is Western style. And a lot of Western art has specifically been training by copying the masters. Like, even back old school, what you would do as an apprentice to a painter would be to copy that painter's painting. And I think that we are still kind of taught that. So a lot of people are like, oh, I want to do Disney style, I want to do anime style, whatever. But you also can, like, add your own twist to it. And I feel like a lot of people aren't encouraged to do that. Like, I don't know. I think that a lot of big art, quote unquote, capital A art, has kind of forgotten that you're supposed to have fun. And I think that's also, like, pop culture wise, I think that's also why people make fun of, like, Duchamp and modern art in general, is because they don't get why you're doing that. Like, oh, it's just, I don't know. What was that one? Taping a banana to a wall, you know? But, like, part of the point is just having fun and doing whatever. Yeah, understood, Tomato. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think Rainbow, specifically for you, I remember everybody last year during Art Fight freaking out about Cal. Because it was like, oh, Rainbow draw sexy, man. What? What? Where's the cutesy? It's like, she's allowed to do other stuff, you guys. Like, she's a full-on trained artist. Like, like, why aren't you doing the thing that we know you for? Well, because people do other things sometimes. Congratulations, you've discovered the meaning of life, and that is to do whatever you want. Like, people can just do what they want to do. Yeah, right? It's like, you did something that I didn't expect you to do. What? What? I don't understand you as a person anymore. And I'm like, well, maybe you never did because you were seeing them as a cardboard standee of a person and not as, like, a whole person. Just a thought. Yeah, exactly. It's like, people don't have to do one thing. They can do whatever they want. Yeah, right? It's like, how dare you be a real person instead of this amalgamation of traits that I decided you were? That's rude of you, actually. I actually probably want to erase that before I do that. I think, no, I don't think. That was a lie. Thank you for being here. I think I'm probably gonna do just like a lighter line weight for the curves behind the feathers, because I did put them close enough together that you can't really see through them, but I do want that vibe. So we're gonna do something that doesn't happen in real life because it's art and I get to do whatever I want forever. Do I have a smaller? I don't think I do. I do think if I just kind of do like big lines through
Does it
here.
feel good?
Huh?
And then do texture on the feathers with watercolor. It will be cool and fun, and I will like it. And I have the odd feeling Kuro will like it too. That is something interesting about the mod characters for Rainbow. It's like you have to ask 2 people if it's okay. Although I knew that Kuro would be fine with this, honestly. Like, I was like, Kuro will probably be like ecstatic that I'm doing this, honestly. Because it is very, very Kuro coded. Art is vibes. That's so true. Okay. I still need to do the feathers in the back. I do also think that once I erase this, I will color this in and the eyeliner in. And maybe the pupils too. I could also add color around the pupil if I wanted to, because that's a thing that Kuro does when she's using her powers. So maybe she's using her powers to seduce you. But I also don't know necessarily that she needs that. Thank you for licking yourself so loudly right next to my ear. That's really helpful. The cat. Just in case anybody didn't know, there's a cat behind my head at the moment. Okay, what am I doing? I'm erasing stuff. Yeah, there's I think it's a tweet of somebody, I think, talking about their dog cleaning themselves in the dark, and it sounds like an old man eating chili in the dark, I think is the specific phrase, and I use that a lot because it really does. It sounds like an old man eating chili. You know. Okay, so we need to erase this. Oh, I do need to put like a hairline in there, I think. And I did go a little bit off book for Kuro's hair, because I kind of wanted it to have like a 1920s kind of vibe to it. A little bit. To match with the burlesque stuff. I did also really spread graphite all over this entire sheet of paper. Which if I don't want that to be included when I color this, then I should erase it, because it'll get stuck. Okay, doesn't that look so much better now that we have fewer lines on it? It's wild how that works. Although I guess sometimes it really does not work that way. Um, okay, so we just need to do some feathers here, and they do kind of like flop over a little bit, like this when you do that move. We will try to get that vibe. This would make sense to do like this. And then I can actually vaguely tell where the center line is. OT, have a good be right back. Yeah, I can still hear you back there. My lips are like hella dry today and I don't know why. I know it's not because I'm dehydrated because I have had so much water. If I was going like really hardcore on this, I would have counted the amount of feathers in each fan so that they matched. But I don't want to do that, so I'm not. We're going off of vibes. Thank you. Do you think it's interesting? Like, I've been called a perfectionist a lot in my life, which I don't think is exactly inaccurate. But I also don't think it's fully accurate. Because I also will just look at something and go, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Okay. Do you think I want to make these edges a little bit floofier? Message. Again, we have so many lines. You expect me to remember what the lines were for? It seems rude, actually. It's probably just because I've been drawing Pokemon so much for that other art attack, but Vulpix vibes. Or like Ninetales, I guess. Especially with the ears. Drawing all those tails sucks. I'm not doing... Well, I'm doing a Vulpix in the one that I'm working on, but it's in a cup. So it's not quite as bad. I have tried to draw Ninetales from memory before. And there's a lot of tails. That doesn't make sense, but that's okay. Okay. I think maybe me conceptualizing this one for a few days helped me bang that out faster, honestly, because I was thinking about it. Okay. Actually, maybe I'll use the color of the month for this one. We can make it a 3 for... Because I think the color of the month actually fits here. I'm not just shoving it in. Leon, say with me. Thank you, Leon. There still is more, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, my brain really is just like... I described it as brain lag in Stars' stream earlier. The other one that I need to do, like the other prompt, is Blend Dead from Grimm. I need to decide exactly how I want to do that. Usually what I do for Grimm is a bunny in like a robe and kind of having like Grim Reaper vibes, because Grimm, you know, the vibes match. Maybe I'm gonna do like a big scythe in the background. That. Maybe I want the bun to be like holding it behind its back a little bit. Maybe whistling a little bit. That would also be funny. Oh no, you're fine, Sleepy. You don't need to apologize for that. I am also being quiet today, to be fair. And like, you never need to apologize for that. I think I want to have the ears showing as being like folded under the hood, because I think that will be cute. I like that. Why are you chewing on your paws so loud? He's like literally right behind my head. Excellent, VP. Thank you. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. He is, however, not allowed to be a mod. We discovered yesterday what happens when Khan is a mod. Thank you for bapping me. And that is, he bans somebody without reason, without cause. Because he definitely walked on my keyboard yesterday and banned Arya from Sleepy.
Does it feel good?
Huh?
He also made a clip in the same walk across the keyboard. So he's not to be trusted. Because I was drawing, and so I didn't pull him off immediately. And that's what happened. Which, at least the person who got banned, it was Arya. Arya was very understanding. And I did send Arya cat tax afterwards. Yeah, and that's one of those things where it's like easy to explain, at least. But yeah, well, I mean, easy to explain. Amusing to explain, perhaps, is a better word for that. Because who knew? Who knew cats could do that? Probably anybody with a cat, honestly. I think I'm gonna make a little like skull brooch here. I think that's cute and funny. Ew. I mean, jam isn't as bad to clean up as some other sticky things that you might have to deal with. I don't know. But still, cleaning up sticky stuff isn't fun. Yeah, usually not literally. But sometimes. Sounds good. I do love details. A little treat. Thank you, BP. I have some salmiakki right here, which I think is what I will go for. I think I will go for the menthol one in the hopes that it will make my sinuses feel less like death. Thank you, BP. I do need to bring more treats out here, actually, at some point. Okay, I haven't inked the scythe. That's what I'm missing here. I didn't do the split here. There we go. Let that dry and then erase it. And we can erase this one because it's been sitting here for a bit. And probably start coloring this one. I do think that I'm going to take a quick break because I would like to go to the bathroom. Which means I'm going to run some ads. 3 minutes of ads. Don't look at them. We hate capitalism here. I still get, you know, the 1 cent from you having them running, even if you aren't looking at them. So feel free to take a break along with me. Go to the bathroom, go get a snack, a little drinky, a little treat. Definitely look at something that's farther away from your face than your screen right now. That's good for your little eyeballs. And then we will meet back here. back, and you should be back too. I'm realizing that I forgot to add Sleepy's little attack for me into the lineup today. I'll have to try to remember to do that tomorrow. Racing is next, and then we bring Leon back out. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had, I don't know, a restful break. I was gonna say a productive break, but nah. Not the vibes today. Okay. I also got myself a little drinky. I got myself an Ollie Pop. Might as well throw this piece of paper away. I don't know why it's still here. I guess I was using it for testing my ink pens, but it reminds me of something I don't particularly want to think about, so I think I'll get rid of it. Alright, thank you, Leon. You're my favorite. Okay. Now we can work on painting a little bit. I guess I do want to do this. Yes, we love Leon. Well, that line didn't go all the way across. We can fix that right quick too. We'll do pupil. I think I'm gonna fill these in completely black and then use some white ink over the top for shine marks if I decide that I want them. No, he was the first time that I used it, but I also never put that line there. That's what I'm missing. I was like, why does this look so weird? Because that. He did the first time I started it up while he was sitting out here, but after I turned it off, I let him sniff it and like inspect it, and then turned it on while it wasn't like sitting right next to him, and he was like, oh, okay, that's fine then. I'm realizing that I did something really silly. I put the eyeliner on top of the eyelids, but we're gonna pretend like we didn't notice that. We're just gonna go like this. And make it like a full eyelid kind of situation here. And that was on purpose. We did that the whole time. But yeah, he was fine with it like after he got a chance to sniff at it. I do think that I probably want the shoes to be black also. I do want to fill this in, I think. I would like it if it would just rain already. It's very humid right now and I can feel it. Like, just rain then. Just rain. Don't make the rest of us suffer. There we go, that looks great. I'm gonna feel a lot better once I get all these done. I did finish all of the affirmation cards. I showed you guys those last time. Thank you. And once I finish these two, that will be all of the prompts from the tipathon. And then the only thing left, or the only things left for me to sort out from that are collabs with folks. But I'm gonna wait to schedule those until I come back from Canada, because that will be easier on my brain. And also, one of the people I'm collabing with is Doodle, and I want to give Doodle time to heal up first. Okay. Need to... Han's not out here, right? Yeah, okay. He doesn't like this spray bottle, with good reason, because I've been using it to spray him when he, claws the couch. So he gets nervous when I pull that out to clean up my watercolors. So if he was here, I was going to be a little bit more cautious about it, but he has disappeared into the back room, I think. My brother's not feeling great, so he's lying down, which will make for a better cuddle situation than what I'm doing right now. Oh, no, here he comes. Hi, Bubba. What you thinking? You can play with that piece of paper if you want to. Yeah, hi. You wanted some pets? You always want pets. You're so needy. This, like, legitimately, this is the neediest cat I've ever known. Aside from cats that were in, like, very large rescues, who, like, didn't really get any pets ever because everybody was too busy. He wants so much love. And I don't know that I can blame him for that. But I can blame him for adding extra lines to my art. And just generally being a nuisance by walking on my keyboard and banning Aria. You're never going to live that down, Con. Yeah, I know, that made a weird sound, but you've heard it before. He was intrigued by the pop socket on the back of my phone. Yeah, that's wild. Like, Con is never gonna live it down. Live in infamy. It was so funny. I felt so bad, though, because he had clipped when he, like, because he had made a clip when he stepped across my laptop also. I was in a different tab, so I didn't realize that Aria had been banned right away because I was dealing with the clip. So I was just like, he made a clip, that's not a big deal. And I kept it. I was like, Con made this, so here you go. I saved it. I didn't feature it, though. And then I got back and I realized that Con had also banned Aria. I was like, shit, because it had already been like a minute and a half, and I was like, I am so sorry. Okay. Need to put Yeah, I know, you're marking all my stuff because I'm not actively petting you and it's ruining your life. I need to get in here. Yeah, I know, my hand is next to you and it's not petting you. I'm so evil and cruel. You can sniff in there, but if you try to eat anything, you're getting yeeted, boy. Okay, that's the one that I need. Okay. I know. You need pets. You need pets or you'll die. Just like Tinkerbell. Okay, so our color of the month this month is Permanent Violet, which I haven't talked about much because we haven't freaking done anything with it yet because my brain is overclocked, I think is the real answer there. I did sketch out 2 pieces to work on those with that I think that I can manage to get done this week. So I might work on these off stream, but this color also matches Kuro's color palette, so I'm going to use that here, and we can add that as another project for that color. Hi, Herpel. Yeah, it's Kuro. But we have a purple butterfly. This is a specific emperor butterfly, and I don't remember the full name. And then we're also going to do an eggplant, and I think I'm going to make this an emote once I finish it, in addition to the pickle, because I feel like that's our brand now. We just want people to eat their vegetables.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
So hopefully I'll be able to get those done. I don't know that I'm going to get those done on stream. I will probably work on those off stream a bit. Just so you guys know what's happening. What the haps is. What the... No, I don't want to say that. Never mind. What the hap is fucking means is better. Oh, okay, so because the website timer just went off. I might edit that so that the ah is a little bit louder. Because I do think it's a little bit quiet compared to the rest of the video. What was I saying? Oh, I got a phishing scam through my contact form on my website, which I thought was kind of funny, honestly. Okay. Because it was like so obvious, because they were pretending to be... Yeah, that's fair, Shawnee. I think because it's louder in the beginning, I can just, because I made the file in the first place, I can just edit it so that the ah is louder and the rest of it stays the same, and that should be fine. Yes, Your Highness, what can I do for you?
Does it feel good?
Huh?
So funny. So I think I'm gonna make the feathers the permanent violet, which means I may thicken up these. I don't know what word I want to use for that. The hinting lines. Yeah, but they were pretending to be the company that I own, like, the website through. So they're the ones that I use for, like, actually doing the website. So if they were going to contact me about the thing they were trying to contact me about, which also was fake, it wouldn't have been through my contact form. Which is just, like, who falls for that? I'm sure somebody does, but it's not going to be me today. And, like, there were a lot of very obvious bits because it was info at Wix is the company that I work through, and at Gmail. I was like, okay, so you really think that this company who runs websites is going to have a Gmail address, and you think that's going to work? You think that's going to work on me? Well, you're wrong. Yeah, and I get that I have a little bit of an advantage there because I was raised in the correct era to have actual like internet safety classes. So I can recognize those better than many people can, and I get that. But also, like, put some more finesse into it. This is insulting. You know, like I get fake text messages a lot about like my address not being correct, so USPS is gonna put a hold on something, and it's just like nothing in it is spelled correctly. I'm like, could you at least like try a little bit? Like, this is embarrassing for you. Yep. I've had a lot of people because at some point when we bought this house, my phone number and my mom's phone number got mixed up whenever it was sold to somebody. And so I often will get things from my mom, who, if you are a longtime viewer, you will know my mother is dead. But I will get like scams for her from the lower 48, like saying I have an unpaid something or other in Pennsylvania. And I'm like, no, I don't. Oh, your car insurance has lapsed. I don't own a car. Nice try, though. It's so silly. Yeah, exactly. I don't drive either. And, like, I don't own a car or anything. Like, and they will try to tell me that, like, there's something going on with my car that is going to get me arrested. And it's like, nah. You didn't do your research. Right? Like, it doesn't make sense. I will say my grandma definitely got by a scam call at one point, which I appreciate that she thought that she was helping, but it's kind of silly. So she got a call saying that me or my brother, and I'm not sure which, my aunt wasn't entirely clear, needed bail to get out of a jail in Florida. And so she helped. And, like, I get that she was helping me, and that's sweet and nice. But also, like, why would I be in Florida? I've never been to Florida. I hope to never go to Florida, if I'm being honest. Because, like, I feel like you don't go to Florida unless you gotta. Oh, that's wild, tomato. Yeah, I don't really get those, at least. I mean, I do get stuff for the university that I work at, but that makes sense. I mean, I can understand why they're doing that. It doesn't really make sense because basically everything that they're messaging me about is stuff that I don't qualify for as a temp employee. So it's kind of just like, hey, look at all these cool things we do for people that are better than you. You don't get these, though. And it's like, all right, thanks, guys. That's great and helpful. Yeah, the turnpike. We all know the turnpike. The turnpike. Just one. Remember, there's not a nose. Don't try to shade it like there's a nose, because there's not a nose, Katie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, Mr. Turnpike. We all know Mr. Turnpike. Yeah, I've had my number for not quite as long as I've lived in Alaska, but close. And whoever like had it before me, people picked up pretty fast. I think that it was no longer that person. Okay, I have two stories about wrong phone numbers, actually, when I first moved to Alaska. So one, we had a house phone when we first moved up here. And when we first moved up, my parents were going to some sort of thing. So I was 17 and my brother was younger than that, and we were staying in the house alone when we had first moved up. And the first night that we were here, that my parents were gone, we got a call at like 4 in the morning to our house phone, and I answered it like very sleepily, as you might guess. And the person who called was very upset. So I answered the phone, and this girl on the other end goes, "Who the fuck are you?" No hello. Just who the fuck are you? And I was like, I live here. Because, like, I'm not awake, right? And I'm also a pissy teenager who's just been moved from her entire life and doesn't really have any friends, right? I'm not having a fun time. I was like, I live here. And she was like, well, where's some name? I don't remember who it was, but a very clearly male name. Well, where's Paul? And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck Paul is, but he does not live here. So you have the wrong number. And she apologized profusely. I was like, whatever, man. I'm going back to sleep. Just go figure out whatever it is with Paul, because it's not my problem. And we hang up. And 5 minutes later, the phone rings again. Hello? Who the fuck is this? And I'm like, this is not Paul's house. You called the same number again. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, like, he gave you the wrong number, girly. Let him go. He's not worth it. And I would have thought that she, like, would have noticed that it was the same voice twice. But no, she did not. And then the second one is even weirder. Yeah, Paul clearly did not have his shit together. And nor should he, I guess. I hope that she wised up and let Paul go. But the second one was on my cell phone. So we got new cell phone numbers when we moved to Alaska because we had to get on a different provider because the one that we had been using in Oregon wasn't up here. So we get our new phone numbers, and I have my stupid little flip phone because I was forced into getting a cell phone and I didn't actually want one. Which reveals my age a little bit, I think. And after having had this phone for like, let's see, I got that call while I was at Ben's house, which means that I had been in Alaska for at least, with that phone number, for at least 6 months. And I think probably longer than that. But I get a call, and I don't recognize the number, so I don't pick up. And I get a voicemail, so I go and listen to the voicemail to see what's going on, and it's nobody that I know, but apparently the person who had the phone number before me had an aunt who really wanted to talk to somebody because her nephew had died in Iraq. And she said that she had called this number every day since he had passed away. And I was like, well, number one, no you haven't, because I've had this phone number for a while, so you're talking shit already. Got it. She said, well, he went to Iraq and he never came back. I don't know what that means to you, but it means something to me. I'd love to talk to you. Call me back. I was like, no. No, that's not happening. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, but it's something that I am not qualified to deal with. I don't know. Kind of weird, man. Kind of weird. So if anybody's like, well, why don't you answer the phone if you don't recognize the number, Katie? Cause that. Like, I don't need to have to deal with more of that, thank you. Yeah, that was so weird. And like, I get if somebody's grieving, but you also just straight up lied. So like, I think there might be something else going on. And that's something you need to deal with. That's not something I need to deal with. Yeah, exactly. If it's important, somebody will leave a message. And if it's somebody who I, like, actually know, they know to text me. So there are a couple people where I will pick up the phone if I get called. Just because I know they would not call me unless it was an emergency. But for the most part, I am not picking that up. Especially considering how many spam calls I get. It's been really bad up here for political stuff. Because people have decided for some reason, like lower 48 liberals have decided that Alaska can be a swing state. Tell me you don't understand anything here without telling me you don't understand anything here. Like, You clearly do not understand anything you're talking about. But we get like a lot of weird political calls from people who have signed on with whatever to try and get people to vote. And I'm like, I vote in literally every election that I can, including local, because those are the ones that are really important for your quality of life. And you can look at my public voting record and see that. So leave me the fuck alone. You might have called me Dissy, and I wouldn't have picked up. I think I'm gonna do eyeshadow this color. Maybe lip color also. But yeah, we got a bunch of like postcards and stuff too in the 2020. No. Was it 2020? Maybe it was 2024 election. No, it was earlier than that. Maybe 2016. I don't know what time is. But we got like people writing us handwritten postcards, and we got like dozens of them. And I saved a bunch of them and put them in like archival bags, because that do be some history. But it got to the point where it's just like obnoxious. And I have this thing that many neurodivergent people have, where if you tell me to do something, I won't, because I get contrary. I made a joke when I was younger and didn't understand things as well, where I said that I should never be a cop because if somebody said don't shoot, I would shoot them. That actually means that I would be a good cop. I realize that now. So it's not really a joke, it's just fact. But I am a very contrary person, so if I'm already going to do something and you tell me to do it, I don't want to do it anymore. I mean, yes. I think those are inherently related, tomato. For me, at least. Also, the brat is very deeply related to trauma, but we don't need to go into that. Yeah, exactly, Dissy. Like, there's always somebody running here who is disgusting. Like, that's just the way it is. And, yeah, I don't remember specifically what year it was Gross was running. I didn't vote for him, so you know. Because, like, I already know who I'm voting for, generally speaking. I've done my research, I'm ready to go. So I don't need to be bothered about it. I also tend to do early voting, so by the time people are calling me, I've actually already voted, usually. My mother and father are also both still registered in the state to vote, even though they haven't been here for a very long time, and as previously mentioned in today's stream, my mom is dead. So, like, she can't vote. But I still get calls for her specifically about voting, and I'm like, yeah, no, I know his name was Gross. Yeah, Yeah, I was saying people are disgusting so that you didn't think I was calling people in general, like politicians in general, gross. We were talking about a man named Gross. I got you. And he was, in fact, gross. No, I'm joking. But it is kind of funny when people's names match. Okay. I do need to shade those lips a little more, but I think I need to do that with a different color. I also still feel kind of crummy. I don't know how much longer I want to stream today. I would like to, like, stop feeling gross at some point. Because I feel like I've been off for like 4 months. Okay. I need to do hair and fluff, which are similar colors, but just a little darker for the hair. So I think I'm gonna do some more Prussian blue. Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm just not feeling 100% myself this week. I've never felt 100% like myself. It's fine. Yeah. Like that. For that? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I do. I need to start packing, honestly. I actually need to talk to my brother about getting, like, using the suitcase that he usually uses, that's like the in-between size, because the one I usually use is way too big for me to just use by myself. Like, I use it when I travel with my brother because he's taller than me, so he will lift it. Yeah. I am also, generally, I'm the kind of person who has rewritten a list of what I'm bringing like 7 times before I actually get to packing for reals. I have not done that yet. But that will be this week. But I do know that I'm going to get to do laundry at some point in the middle of the trip, which helps. Because I'm going to be staying with Cap for a bit, so... And I did ask, because I'm like that, but he did say that I can use his washing machine on there, so... And I phrased it, I was like, I'm going to ask you something that you're just going to go, of course, to, but I need to ask it so that my brain doesn't explode. And he was like, huh? And I was like, can I do laundry while I'm staying at your house? And he's like, of course. And it's like, yeah, I just needed to ask or my brain would explode. So that will make it a little better. But one of the things about being a fat femme person is that your clothes take up more space. So it is difficult to pack. You also can't necessarily get away with like wearing the same skirt 2 days in a row like you could with a pair of jeans, you know? So I do need to also think about that. But I do think that it helps that it's mostly been warm in the places I'm going, so I can just bring shorts for the most part, which take up less space, so it should be fine. But I will overthink about everything I pack, because I overthink about everything else. Why would I not do that about my packing? I am a notorious overpacker, too. Okay, fluff is more in the purple range than the blue range. Yeah, exactly. I need to figure out how to bring what I want to bring without bringing the big suitcase, because I don't want to have to lift it by myself when I'm moving around. Like, it's a big suitcase. Like, yes, I would be able to bring everything I wanted to bring, but also that's a pain in the ass and I don't want to do it, so. It's like, I'm not short. I'm 5'8", so I'm not small. But my brother is 6'4", and so the amount that he has to lift the suitcase to get it up off the floor is much less than me. I have to like lift my arms up to my neck in order to lift the thing off of the floor. He does not have to do that. He's also more fit than I am in general. There we go, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm long-limbed, which apparently is also one of the signs of hypermobility. And so it's not too bad, but I am not strong. I'm not muscly, you know. And also, this is something else that I'm worried about with traveling, actually. I legitimately, like literally, am missing a chunk of muscle from my core now, because it came out with my uterus. And I can feel that when I lift stuff. So I'm mildly concerned about how I'm gonna deal with my backpack and stuff. Because like I can tell when I lift con that there's some muscles trying to engage that are just not there anymore. And I haven't really had the time to build that back up yet, because it's literally 2 months after my surgery, and a solid, month and 3/4 was healing up, Yeah. So I'm probably just gonna get like more tired faster, because it's like generally that, and I've traveled in much worse health than I am right now. So I'm not concerned about my ability to handle it or whatever. It's more just like I'm worried about like being an inconvenience to myself, I guess is kind of the way that I want to phrase that. I'm not sure exactly how to say what I mean. But yeah, so it'll be something, because I'm also traveling by myself. Usually I'm with my brother, so it's not as big a deal if I couldn't carry something, because he'll carry it for me if I ask niceys. Sometimes he will carry it for me even if I don't ask niceys. But yeah, a little bit fretting about it. I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but I have anxiety. like that, Shawnee. I'm sure at some point I will come visit you too. I mean, or you could come visit me. I feel like you could use the break, honestly. Yeah, I know. Me, anxiety? No signs at all. None whatsoever. Yep, jailbreak for sure. Let's get you out of there. I'm gonna mail you a file. And I feel like instead of like filing the bars with the file, you should shove it under the door when you leave so that nobody else can get out and follow you. I feel like that would make travel more difficult for you, Shawnee. Just like in general. Okay, we need to do fans. And you need to decide if I'm making those lines a little bit thicker. And I think that I do want to do that. Yeah, fair. You could get pre-boarding. I had to pay money to get pre-boarding. I do. This is also kind of silly, but I did have enough like air miles with my stateside airline to get first class going from here to where Tomato and Sleepy are. I'm trying so hard to not say the city. I know that you guys have said it before, but like I shouldn't say it. So that at least is like I will have some small comforts on the way, you know. Thank you, Shawnee. We would like to keep you as whole as possible. Okay, Dissy, thanks. You shouldn't dox people though. Like, that is against US. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. We live in our phones. Okay. That's a little bit more obvious. Then we can do, not a permanent violet for this. What brush do I want? I mean, I haven't had an orange Julius in a long time. Right, Shawnee? I do like me an orange Julius. We used to have one in the mall here, but I don't, well, one of the malls here, I should say. I don't know if it still is, though. I haven't been there in ages, so I would guess not, because everybody is like me, and we haven't been to the mall in ages, because, like, who goes to the mall anymore? To and from, or just, like, in total? Like 7 hours both sides? Oh my god. Well, welcome to freedom, Al. Okay, I'm also seeing that I should do... Waiter.
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
Compliment. I am very pleased with the ideas that I've been having for Art Fight. Because I've been very creative in a lot of fun ways. There you go. I did show this earlier. Well, you were obviously stuck in meeting purgatory, so I will show it again after I finish this section, because if I let this dry in between, it's going to have weird lines. Which isn't necessarily bad if that's what you're trying to do, but that is not, in fact, what I'm trying to do, so. But I'm doing a big attack with, a bunch of Pokemon in it, which I don't think, you know, thinking about it, I don't think is my favorite, but that is the one that I'm working on right now that I really like. I think the one I did for Tomato is really good, actually. Because, like, it's easy to make stuff for Sleepy because there's so much memery around Sleepy, which is why I've made, like, 35 things for Sleepy. Just this month alone. Tomato is more... I don't know the right word I'm looking for. Less meme and more person. I don't know. Somebody phrased that better than me. So that one was a little bit harder to think through and come to an idea, which is part of why Tomato was a little bit later in the month. Was because I was cooking, you know? You are an enigma. There's a little mystery here. I will show you the one I did for Tomato because I have it on here. Are you eating plastic? Okay, that's you. Okay. I was like, I heard the plastic. Is that him? Because he's been licking the plastic that's on the cover of the Costco size ramen box for some reason. Greg was grabbing a snack. That's actually what it was. Here you go. Here's my tomato art that I did. I'm pleased with this one. So this is vaguely, like, the inspiration from this came off of a meme that some of you might know, where it's a border collie with its paws on the table looking over a pair of glasses next to a sewing machine that's on a table. And I saw that and I was like, that's tomato energy, actually. So that was the originator there. Yes. Which, to be fair, I did this and I showed it to Sleepy. I was like, are the vibes correct? And Sleepy gave me, like, a couple pointers. So, like, the shirt was Sleepy's suggestion. And the yes kitten is apparently an inside joke between the two of them. Like, they say that to each other a lot. But I had the whole pose and everything already settled. And Sleepy's reaction was like, he will love that. So. Yeah, I put Sleepy on here. Here, I'll flip it so you can see fully. There you go. I told Sleepy that I was gonna put them on the iPad because, like, obviously that just makes sense. And I was like, I was trying to decide on a pose for you, and I decided I'm gonna Coppertone baby you. So that pose is vaguely based off of the Coppertone baby, except without any underwear, because I feel like Sleepy should be free and nude. So yeah, and that also counted as a second attack, like another attack on Sleepy, which I wasn't really, like, I wasn't thinking about it that way, but, you know, I'll take the points, whatever. And this is the one that I asked Cap for help on with the hands. I was like, I can't make this look right. Please help. Oh my god. What was that? Sorry, the cat just like tore away really loudly and startled me. I'm pulling this back because I have some sketches down for other attacks that I don't want people to see because some of those people lurk in this stream. Here's the Pokemon one that I've been doing. So there's 10 different Pokemon OCs in this one, and they're all kind of based on like sweets or like tea party kind of stuff. Yeah, they're just at a little tea party, and it's gonna be great. And I got the background done, all the line art is done. I just need to do like the coloring, which I'm just gonna go one by one through here, and then I'll be fine. But I want to do the characters first, and then I'll decide what colors I want on the table itself to like balance stuff out. Because there's a lot of colors, because there's a lot of different characters. So yeah, I've been having good ideas. I also did, if you were not in Sleepy's stream, I did this for Sleepy's birthday, which is them eating soup in bed, which is an inside joke. But I found a meme of a raccoon laying kind of like that, and I changed the feed a little bit so that we could see all of the beans. But it was just like a raccoon laying like this on like a comforter that said, "Can't talk right now, doing hot rack shit." And I was like, that's so sleepy coded, I need to do that. I was like, what a slutty raccoon pose, right? I was like, and then obviously Sleepy needs to have soup. So. There you go. Some of the ideas. This was the first one I did too. I don't know that I showed you guys this, I don't remember. But this was somebody's little mushroom guy character. This is their name. It's at *money $! That's the character's name. But I had this because they have them holding like the little sparkler in this, and I was like, it would be kind of cute if they were like watching a fireworks show and holding up their sparkler to compare with the fireworks. So that's what I did for that one. Yeah, I've been knocking it out of the park, especially since it's my first art fight, I think. Yeah, I really like that one. That was the first one that I had like a solid idea for, so I was pleased with that. Okay, painting, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I kind of don't know that it was a good idea for me to join this year. I maybe should have waited until next year because I have like a lot of stuff to do. But I'm having fun, even if it's stressing me out in other areas of my life. But, you know, such is the way. Especially since I'm like my own boss, which is a problem sometimes. It's like, oh, I need to do this thing that I actually need to do. Okay, but what if we did this other thing instead? Yeah, for sure. Which is funny because so the antidepressant I'm on isn't an SSRI, so it doesn't mess with serotonin, it messes with dopamine, which is why it is sometimes prescribed off-brand, and it's an ADHD medication that isn't a stimulant. And while I do think that is helping me in a lot of ways, I do also think it makes me a little bit more likely to chase the dopamine, honestly. Which, like, as long as I recognize that's what's happening, it's not that big a deal. But I think part of it also lately is just that because I had to like completely abandon my routine for healing up from surgery. I haven't fully gotten back into that, and my brain is like resisting it. So that also does not help. Yeah, and it's like it doesn't really make sense for me to get fully back in my routine because I'm literally leaving in a week. Like, so my routine's gonna get fucked up anyway. So, like, whatever. But I'm sure once I get back, I'll be able to, like, get back on top of it. This is not fully related to what I was saying, but I do need to look and see what museums I want to go to in Toronto while I'm there, because I haven't looked yet. Which, like, is kind of important to figure out. I did also check, and I don't know if I said to you, Tomato, but tea and coffee both don't have any regulations, and neither do milk products. Which is the coffee that I use. Thank you for bathing me. The coffee K-cups that I like are like a latte in them, so they have like milk powder in them. So I wanted to double check for that. Like, even if coffee isn't a thing, it might. I mean, technically you wouldn't have to smuggle it, Shawnee. You could just announce it, I think. I do need to try and look up, I think, what the Ulu is going to count as. That's the one thing I'm, like, most worried about. That's fair. You can call it smuggling, too, if you want to. I don't think anything will happen. But, I think I mentioned to you guys, I got an Ulu for Cap's dad as a gift. Because I got his mom and his daughter some jewelry as a gift. Because you guys know me. I gotta do my gifties. I'm pulling out the Ulu to show you what it is real quick. Because it's hard to describe, and I did mention it a little bit. Hi, Curl, it's you. An Ulu, U-L-U. This is an Ulu. So this is a traditional Alaskan native cutting tool, and you can use it to like skin stuff and cut fat and stuff like that, but it's also really nice for like rocking back and forth. And there are other versions of this in other cultures that have a similar shape, so there's definitely one for India. You use it for literally everything, but yes, seal fat also. And the word in Alaska is that this is the best thing to use as a pizza cutter. Just in case anybody was wondering. So there you go. So I got Cap's dad the Ulu and then a little cutting board that goes with it. His dad is like a kitchen guy, so I thought he would have fun with that. So that's the one thing that I know that I need to put in my checked bag for sure, because I'm not flying with a literal weapon on me, you know. Hey Parker, it has been a while. How you doing? Let's go this way. I don't know. But yeah, that's the plan. I haven't had seal. I have had whale. And I've had bear and moose. But I didn't much like the whale, to be honest. I was appreciative of it being shared with me so that I could experience it, but no thank you. I don't like a lot of seafood, so I didn't expect to like it, but since I had the opportunity to try it, I was gonna. How many times is that you redoing it, Parker? It just tasted like the most intense fishy taste that I've ever tasted in my entire life, and had the texture of like really stale bubblegum that you have to chew really hard and makes your jaw hurt.
Does it feel good?
Huh?
Okay. Shooty. My music stopped. It keeps doing that. I don't know why. It might just be my laptop struggling and so cutting something off. Or it might be Spotify being a turd. Who knows? It's a mystery. I think we're gonna do like, I'm gonna say a relatively simple shading, but like whatever, relatively simply shade stuff, you know? I don't know. I don't know how to chill. Yeah, I can get that. I tend to just change things and not like fully redo it though, in general. I guess I say relatively simply shade this because if I was doing this for like a full project, I would take my teeny tiny little brushes to do the feather texture instead of doing like big blocky like I'm kind of doing now. Yes, hello baby man, what can I do for you? Yeah, that's fair, Parker. I feel you on that. That's part of the reason why I discovered that I was going so hard with Art Fight was because I was avoiding my brain about something, so I feel ya. Thank you, Sleepy. I do think I expected this watercolor to be a bit more opaque, so I think I could have probably left the underbody lines a little bit thinner, but whatever. Gets the vibes across. Oh, he's making tortillas back there, folks. We have one of those tortilla blankets that he likes to lay on. He does like the fuzzy blankets, which me too. Yeah, that's fair. This one is probably rough on you, Parker. The color of the month this month is the one that we're using right now, and it's a very red-based purple, so I'm sure that it's rough on you. If I was doing this digitally, I would do an individual layer for each feather and in each direction. And I would be using a rake brush in like 35 different colors to make this texture. I've done it before. I made a little thing for Sky one year for their birthday. That I did feathers for. The Sky likes ravens, so I did a little thing for them. And I spent so long on the feathers, you can't even fucking see them. Oh, nice, Parker. Welcome home, Tens. Okay. I think I want to do another layer on the back feathers with a smaller brush, but also with a little bit more purple added to this color. Actually, maybe some blue. Faster. I've been good. I guess you weren't here. I got a hysterectomy, which is excellent news. Because, like, even back with Jick stuff, I was complaining about how bad my periods were. So I never have to have another one ever again, which is fantastic. I healed up great from that. Everything's hunky-dory. I'm going to visit my friends and my boyfriend at the end of this month. So, like, literally next week, which is great. I had a really good little tipathon for my affiliate anniversary at the end of last month, beginning of this month, which got me enough money that I can not only get the printer that I was aiming to get, but also start getting the flooring settled for my studio downstairs so that I can actually get a proper computer. Shit slapping. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but it's kind of frustrating, I'm sure. Yeah, things are good. My brain is still evil, but you know. I don't think that's ever gonna change, so. I am surprised that I'm still going to, honestly. I would like to finish both of these today, but I don't think that's happening, so. Because I also am not feeling 100% today, so. Probably should go hang out and chill for a bit. Yeah, I think that is like just like, yeah, my brain is not formed correctly. Like there's a chemical imbalance in there. Which like we've been new. And yet somehow I'm still shocked about that on a regular basis, you know? I don't think it's just an artist thing. I think there is a correlation there. But perhaps not a causation, or maybe in the other direction. Where people who have brains that are mean to them are likely to be more creative. I guess I will take another progress photo of this. Because I am using the color of the month, so I can actually post this to my Patreon and it will count. Which means this is a threefer. It's an art attack, it's a CIF, and it's one of the tipathon prompts. Yeah, that's fair. But I think part of the reason I would like to finish soonish is Cap will be getting off of work. I can go hang out with my boyfriend. Also, I'm not sure who I'm gonna raid today. I don't know who else is live. I'm pretty sure Goose went live a little bit ago. But I can check when we get there. I just like to pre-think things. I'm sure nobody expected that. Just like nobody expected that I have anxiety. And those things definitely aren't related at all. I don't know why you're saying that. I think you're just bullying me. I do. Okay, this is going back to a topic from forever ago, but I was talking about how I need to start making a packing list for Canada next week, and I know for sure that I need to bring my soup shirt with me, because I need to wear that when we go and have soup, obviously. I need to dress for the occasion. I probably will mostly bring plain t-shirts instead of like graphic tees, so that I don't need to worry about being obvious about reusing clothes. Soup shirt, yeah. Which Rainbow also has, so I get to match with Rainbow sometimes. That's totally valid. Honestly, I probably will also get soup on my soup shirt, and then it will be soup squared shirt. Yeah, I feel you, Parker. Soupception. stream was I in where somebody was asking? Thank you for the follow. Somebody was asking, maybe it was you, Shawnee, asking in like Sleepy Stream or something if people had big t-shirts they used for smocks in like elementary school. But maybe it was in Rainbows. I don't remember. We all hang out in like the same places, so it's like I don't know where something happened. But I always had one of my dad's old like collared dress shirts that I would put on backwards. Like, I think I've mentioned on stream before, but I went to a very affluent school. So, like, basically all of my classmates had, like, the proper bought fancy paint smocks that you can get with, like, little designs on them and stuff. And I had an old shirt. Ah, yeah, that makes sense, Johnny. Yeah, old hoodie is like god tier clothing, honestly. I don't have like, I guess I have some old hoodies, but not ones that I wear a super huge amount. But I did buy like new ones that are freaking gigantic. So they're like, and again, I'm not a small person. But I have some that are 5X, so I can flop my hands around in the sleeves and stuff for ultimate comfort. Oh, excellent. Yeah. I do really like when people have like specific paint shirts and stuff, because especially with paint that doesn't really wash out, because then you can see all the little travels that it's been on. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. Oh, that is nice, Parker. I know I said I wasn't going to do the feathers this way, just roll with it, don't worry about it. Me, I'll do something simply. Katie, you are incapable of doing that. You know that in your soul, but you won't be able to do that. I do need these shadows to be a bit darker, so here we go. Yeah, totally fair, Parker. Hi, Alma. I know you were here before, but I'm gonna say hi to you again because I'm pleased to see you. Yeah. Which is perfectly allowed. I feel like that's just kind of how a lot of people on Twitch roll. I cannot roll like that. Good. I think we're gonna finish this one in a bit. I did sketch out the last prompt we have to do for the tipathon stuff, and that will be the last one until the last thing for the tipathon that I have to do until I start scheduling collabs, which I'll do when I get back. But I also need to work more on the color of the month, which we folded into this piece because it just fits the Kuro color palette. I do think what I'm going to do is kind of like emphasize these feather differentiations here by doing just like a little bit of blue shading here. Because it does look very flat, which like is fine. It's not an issue. You can tell what's going on, but I do think I will like it better if I do a little bit more shading here. I was thinking about this yesterday. One of the problems with being both neurodivergent and aging is that I sit in ways that my body doesn't like anymore, but like they're the only ways I feel comfortable sitting. But they aren't comfortable. You know what I mean? So like I'll sit in one of my favorite positions and I will sit in it too long and then I will get up and my knees will remind me that I'm aging and I shouldn't do that. Like, okay, well, talk to brain because brain only likes me to sit this way. You guys work it out. That's not my problem. Yeah, See, I really like sitting cross-legged or like curled up. I don't sit like a normal human. I don't like having to, I call it sitting like a straight person. Because I don't like having to have like my feet on the floor. I don't understand that. I don't like it. I want to have my legs crossed or curled up or... Yeah, exactly. And apparently, I learned this from Joy, but apparently sitting curled up and liking to sit curled up like that is often related to like POTS and other dysautonomia because you're trying, like it helps keep your blood flow closer to your core. So it like helps keep your blood pressure even across your body, which I don't like learning that because I don't need Joy to diagnose me with anything else. She's already diagnosed me with ADHD and hypermobility. I don't need another one. I don't need the trifecta. Thank you. POTS. It stands for something. What does it stand for? Post something. I don't remember the right words. Like I can see them in my head, but I don't know how to say them. But it's a thing where basically your blood pressure just like fucks up intensely. This. I know how to say syndrome. But postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, but basically when you move your heart rate increases too much, or if you get like really hot or really cold, or if you eat a lot, basically your blood will pool in weird ways and your heart rate increases a lot and you need to eat a lot of salt, which again, I have always been that kid who is constantly eating salt. Tachycardia. Okay, thank you. I will forget that the next time I have to say it. Thank you. Okay. do like that better. I don't think it made like a super noticeable difference, but I do like it better. Yeah, salt, like how I oversalt my popcorn, or how I used to lick the inside of the popcorn bag to get the rest of the salt out of it. Or how I ate so much Play-Doh at my church as a child that they started making their own salt dough because they couldn't fund my habit with brand name Play-Doh. Because it tastes salty. You know. Oh, good, Parker. I'm glad. Yeah, I put a lot of salt on my popcorn. Actually, I mentioned this to Sleepy, but I got some, like little popcorn flavor thingies as a little treat. So there's a couple different flavors that I got. The ranch one, baller already. I love it. The jalapeno cheddar, meh. It doesn't really taste like anything, which is amazing. How do you take something jalapeno and make it not taste like anything? Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good, Amma. Clever. There is also a butter one in there, but I already get like movie theater butter popcorn. So. Yeah, exactly, Tomato. I'm so glad that you understand me so well. This is why we're besties. Yeah, that does sound really good, Amma. I think also one of the, like, mac and cheese hacks is browning the butter for your roux. Makes a big difference, too. You gotta watch out, though, because black butter don't taste good in that. But browning it to give it, like, a little bit of a nutty background flavor, very good. Honestly, we should be browning butter in anything we put butter in because it slaps.
Why can't we rearrange the tectonic plates? There's another painted woman at the foot of the stage.
Oh, interesting. I do also often put pickled jalapenos in mine because I feel like the acidity helps cut through some of the fattiness so you can eat more of it. Which like is what all of our food hacks should be. Yeah. See, I when I was baking a lot of cakes, I started doing, instead of just buttercream, I did a brown buttercream. And it makes everybody think you're really fancy, and it really doesn't take that much extra work. And also, it tastes really good. I don't want to do anything else to this. I think I want to shade the inside of the ears a little bit. Oh, yep, safe travels. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Always nice to talk to you. Thank you. What was I doing? The ears. Like me immediately forgetting what the hell's going on. I also kind of want to put some texture in the hair.
all of the bones outside their legs and tied them up with snake strings by your bed. And now I guess I'll rearrange your garden.
Show me your hams.
Hams. Okay.
Existence is futile. Don't need your approval. I'll burn like a good child.
Ooh, stretchies. Thank you for leaving the lurk, Tomato. You probably already walked away, but I'll say thank you anyway. Because he's polite. Ugh. Yams. Okay. I want to also fully think this through before I did it before, but I would like to put a little bit of highlight in here. I can use one of these lighter colors that has a bit of more opaque coloration to it. Which I was about to say is like cheating. It's not cheating, it's just using materials the way they're supposed to be used. I don't know why my brain decided to freeze it like that to me. I guess normally, like, quote unquote, the correct way to do watercolor is when you have highlights to leave the paper white underneath instead of adding more pigment on top. So some people do consider it cheating, but I also think those people are sticks in the mud. Because, like, why is it there if I'm not allowed to use it? That's stupid. I do want to do some pink on the folds here so that we get more texture in the feather to match, but I don't want it to be darker. So I'll just add a little bit of pink. And I'm sure you can see now why I called it pank and not pink. Because it's pink. Yeah, this one specifically is called Opera Pink. Which, like, I don't know what kind of opera this is from, but sure. I'm sure there's, like, a legitimate reason for it being called that. I just don't know what it is. And we're doing the hee-hees right now anyway. You spikes! This is the only kind of Spanx I want to be hearing about. I did that the wrong direction. Whatever. Fine. We are a little secret. Alright, I think that's done. Like I shaded it, it's good. All good. I've not finished Undead, but we can do that on Wednesday, and maybe I'll work on one of the other projects while I'm hanging out tomorrow during streams and stuff. I also have other stuff I need to do, but you know, whatever. And let me go take a little look-see and see who all is live. Oh, there's so many people live. Okay, need to make decisions now. I think the correct decision is to go raid Rainbow because this is Rainbow's character. So I can show it to her as art tags. You guys can watch me take a photo of it right now. Isn't that exciting for you? And I do love me some Rainbow. It has to be said. Thank you, Shani. Oh, I should switch over to the ending screen while I'm doing this, actually. This is what is happening at the moment. I'm just adjusting the photo a little bit so that it looks closer to the IRL colors. Thank you, Shawnee. Thanks everybody for being here and hanging out. Let me actually remember to pull up Rainbow's stream too, because I haven't done that every single time. But I want to type out the raid command before I do that, because my computer is about to get so slow. Thanks everybody for being here and hanging out and being niceys. And yeah. I will be back on Wednesday for sure. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be back on Friday or not. I'm going to make that call closer because I am traveling to Canada next week. So I need to like get ready and prepare myself and like practice my hugging muscles before I see Tomato and Sleepy. So we'll see how I'm feeling about life by then. But I'll definitely be back on Wednesday and we can do the Undead and work on one of the permanent violet pieces that I have planned out. So yeah, I'll see you then. Let's actually start the raid. Thank you. It is Monday Night Meeps in Rainbow stream, so it's going to be a little bit more risque than normal, especially since I'll be there for a bit. I gotta live up to my name and use my VIP badge for evil, which is flirting with all my friends, you know. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being niceys to me. Thanks for, you know, hanging out and chilling and all that jazz. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do so for me because I think that you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being nicer to ourselves and then we can meet up back here and talk about victories or get a top up or, you know, just hang out with some nice people. Shawnee has put the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch. The second one has an emote that you can use if you're subscribed to my channel. So please copy and paste the one that is relevant to you. And we're going to go visit Rainbow. If none of you know Rainbow, Rainbow is like one of my besties and she makes super cool art and is just generally an awesome person. And was actually the creator of the character that we were doing art of today. So we'll go over there and say hi to Rainbow. Okay, bye!